Alright, it's Doyobi. Today is March 18th, 2023 here in Pacifica, California. 12 miles south of San Francisco. Yo, Pinkman style. I miss Breaking Bad. The temperature is 47, 62 degrees Fahrenheit high. Still going to start raining tomorrow, so let me just take a real quick sip. But before I do that, today, I'll tell you what happened. And so while I was doing this, I figured this could be, it doesn't have to be Medaka, it could be any aquatic species. But this is how I acclimate. Am I pronouncing it right? Probably not. Acclimate fish when you're transferring them into new environments. Water, right? So I just figured I'd just grab a beer. By the way, the best beer of the day is the one that I don't know how many beers has this been. I've forgotten, but the best one I know is the one that I'm having with you, all you Medaka heads out there. So come by, Chinchu. Let me take a real quick sip. Oh boy! Don't break the table. By the way, MedakaMetal style. The metal Medaka today is just those gorgeous. There's a Visa Rich right out there. All mahogany, rosewood boards, maple neck, and then I have a Akira Takasaki killer ash body guitar over there. But back to what am I doing? Why am I doing this and all that stuff? Again, this is just going to be like a daily journal. So looks like a freaking mess, and it is a mess. So I have this tank up here. So I used to do a lot of guppies and all that, and this is going to be my last guppy batch, right? So they are old. I don't breed them anymore. Actually, I have the males over there going on the left-hand side tank, and then on this right-hand side tank, it's a 29 gallon. I had all the females, and about a month and a half ago, for the first time, I purchased Neocaridina shrimps. Because somebody told me that they have like the same effect as these ram's horns, right? They scavenge and they help the ecosystem within an environment and enclosure. So I figured, well, maybe I'll try them out with the Medakas. So I just threw them in here. And as I was changing out the water yesterday, yes, it's green water, but green water is beautiful. It's not because it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, right? It's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with Incredible Hulk and all that, but green water and all that. So as I was cleaning stuff out, I have these. These are the Blue Dreams. I got about 4. No, I got 4, and as you could see, this mess. I found 3, so maybe one of them passed away, but I don't even know if you could see. I don't even know if this thing will zoom in. Let me see. I found these little babies today. Oh, here's one right here. Is it going to zoom for me? Let me try to zoom in. See? Where's the baby? So randomly, I saw these babies for the first time. It's been, I guess, a month and a half since I had these Blue Dream Neocaridinas in my guppy tank. I wasn't expecting anything, but I started seeing these little guys. There's about 10 in there because I scooped them out. So to explain what this mess is, what I did was I scooped up all the female guppies that I had from this 29 gallon tank, and temporarily I put them in here. Okay, they're all safe. And then I started to remove all the foliage, right, including the sponge filter, because a lot of them were just in the sponge filter, right. So I removed the sponge filter, put them in here for now. Subswasser tang, I threw them in here. And the Anubias that I had in there, I threw in this little, this is like a 2.5 gallon Aquilon tank that I just got on sale for like $10, right, at Petco. And whatever I could find, I scooped them up and I threw them in this aquarium, what is this one? Aquarium Co-op specimen filter. And I just made this simple setup where I siphon out, this is brand new water. This was the water that I got from here, where the shrimps came from, right? So, slowly but surely, this is how I do the drip style. This is how I acclimate certain species. I don't do this for medakas. They don't need to be done like this. But what I have read, and I know nothing but like shrimp, right? But what I've read is that they're pretty sensitive to changes. So I figure the drip system, this will take, I don't even know, a couple of hours, all right? Fill out. So, pretty simple setup. They have the original water. It started off probably like this high. And what I did was I filled up this plastic container with brand spanking new water, dechlorinator style. Got this air tubing, right? I just cut off an air tubing. It's clip from Daiso that I use for everything. Start a siphon. Connect at the end of this air tubing to an air regulator. This is basically what you use when you're regulating the airflow. But it works for this too, water. So if you turn clockwise, it tightens it, right? Meaning this goes down, the opening gets smaller, and the amount of water dripping in decreases. So if you want like 1 drip per second, you would tighten it. If you loosen it, you'll see more drips going in to the water, right? So this is like, I don't know. I see a lot of people doing these different styles and tying this tubing. Let me zoom out real quick. All right, tying this tubing to slow the flow, right? Or clipping it like this. But I think a lot of people, have these air regulators, right? Because you already have an aquarium. Just slap that thing on. There's different styles. There's knob styles. This is just the one that you twist. Turn right to close the hole. And turn left to open the hole for more flow. So it works great. So again, it's just a journal. But this was like, oh boy, man. Like something that you don't expect. But it pays off, man, especially on the weekend when you have time in the morning. You just like sit in front of the aquarium and just like stare at it. And like this morning, I just saw something moving, you know? These are, see, look at, can you see this little dude right here? I started off with 4 of these Neocaridinas. There's only 3. I think one is gone. I just can't find them. And then I saw these little dudes. There's another one. Just darting around, hiding from the guppies. There's a bunch in there that are a lot smaller. There's some right there. But while I was trying to catch them, I did see, before I took out the guppies, I did see some of the guppies gulp them up. They're good protein source, so. It's like Christmas, man. So I'm just like, what the hell am I gonna do? Let me remove the guppies. Let me remove the plants and whatnot, where a lot of the tiny ones are hiding. Let me isolate them and see if I could provide them with a new habitat, right? So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll see some little guys swimming out, because I know most of them are hiding within the filters. I'm sure a lot are hot, or I already saw a few little ones coming out of these subswasser tanks, and the Anubias right here. I'm sure there's a bunch of small ones just like hiding in there. So little by little. And the whole plan is, I don't have a plan. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I will remove them to their own environment, and I don't know which. It'll probably be like a small tank, yeah. And I've never dealt with shrimp. Neocaridinas, blue dreams, they look fantastic. And all that, and hopefully, when they're at this size, they'll do well with other fish. So I'll have a few with my Medakas alongside the ram's horn, right? So they'll eat basically. Medakas, remember, they do not have a stomach, so a lot of what they consume comes out within an hour or two. So in their poo, there is plenty of nutrients left. Plenty of nutrients for snails and shrimps to eat again and decompose the poo into poo that has basically been broken down so much where it doesn't get too toxic for the water, right? So the ammonium level and all that stuff. I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to start talking about that because I just know the basics. I can't, yeah. Let me take a real quick sip. Oh, yeah. So I know there's tons of small little dudes in there. I'm just going to let it be. I try to take out as much as possible, and then it'll be easier for me to see. And little by little, I'll start transferring them into wherever. It's pretty green, that's why I can't see, but in a container. After that, I'll be able to bring the guppies back over here. These guppies, man, these are about almost 3 years old. These are all females that I bred. These were Dumble Blue Mosaics from Indonesia. But for some reason, I like the females more than the males. So, and I stopped breeding them, and that's why I have all the females over here, and I have males in a separate tank right now. But after this generation, I think I am going to get out of the guppy world, per se. It's all fun. It was all fun. It was like hobbies, man. This is definitely a cool hobby to be in. Just observing them, right? So, again, long story short, that's it. I just wanted to kind of the whole drip water system. Where you're trying to get the new species used to different water parameters and temperatures. So this can be used for anything. So like when you bring fish home, throw them in a container, whatever plastic container with the water that you got from the pet store. Or if you get it online, what you got shipped in, just dump them in a container and then just set up this system. Just make sure the water is elevated, right? Throw in your water, it could be your tank water, whatnot, dechlorinated. Siphon system. You got to suck the end to get it started, right? The siphon. That's why you must have a beer with you, because once you siphon that water, you know you're going to get that water in your mouth, and you can't spit out the water when you're inside the house. So just gulp it and then finish it off. Let me just take a real quick sip. Oh yeah, with a nice cold one, and you'll be fine. So again, new water, old water, introducing new water, slow and steady, right here. Oh yeah. Slow and steady. Well, that's how I've been doing it. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a better way. There's always a better way, and trial and error and all that stuff. This has worked for me for certain species. Again, for medakas and stuff, I don't go to this extent. But for Neocaridinas that I have no experience, I have been told that they're kind of sensitive. So this is how I am doing it. All right, we'll do it again next time. By the way, real quick. Yeah. So I set up stuff over there for the medakas, but one, maybe it's not focusing, huh? Oh well, we'll do it again next time. But I may have to add some shrimp over there just because of what happened today. Okay. Domo arigato for tuning in again. We'll do it again next time. Follow me. I'm on Instagram. You could MedakaMetal on Instagram, and all that stuff. DM me, and I will respond to every single DM that comes along, as well as leave a comment down below. Thumbs up if you think this content is okay, and yes, subscribe, and as long as there's beer, I will continue to do this stuff. So, okay, quick sip, and oh yeah, thank you all, you Medaka heads over there. So we'll do it again next time. I'm telling you, there's little suckers in there. They're just too small. They're in there because I put them in there. Oh, see? If this thing would just zoom and focus. See this little one? There's another one right here. Another one right there. Another one right there. Life. All right, so we'll do it again next time. MedakaMetal style out. Thank you.